Good morning, first grade. Here we are again in our houses. Thank you for doing the right thing and keeping safe. I miss you all. I was able to talk to a few of you. I think I've talked to about 8 of you this week, so I love that. Mrs. Rubel talked to some of you too, so I think that's wonderful. I'm going to give you a couple things to be working on today that I hope are fun and that you're not just in front of the computer all the time, because we've done a lot of that and I think that is a great way to be learning, but I'm hoping today to give you a couple other things to do that might be fun too. The first one does have to do with reading and writing. I'd like you to go around the house and find some words, but before you do that, you need to on a piece of paper write down the whole alphabet. A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. And then you're going to be walking around the room and trying to find a word to go with every single letter. So if you noticed on my A, I have the word activities because I have a workbook here called April Monthly Activities. So I wrote down the word activities for my A word. I'm not doing this necessarily in order. I'm just trying to find words. So then I noticed that the cup that I was drinking out of today said woods. So on W, I wrote down woods. You might find a word or two, maybe more, that you don't know, but it does start with the correct letter. You can sure write it down. And then ask somebody in your family, hey, what is this word? And maybe you'll be learning a new word, and that would be wonderful. There are a few letters in the alphabet that I think are going to be hard. For example, X. So for X, I noticed in my house, I have my Clorox wipes. Clorox doesn't start with the letter X, but it has an X in it. So I am going to put this word down, but then underline the X. So let me write it down. Clorox. And I underlined the X to show that this is my X word, even though it doesn't start with X, because that's a hard one. I think the letter Q might be a little bit hard to find something, but you can open cabinets, you can look at bookshelves, maybe go into the laundry room. There's different things in there that might help you. Underneath the sink, sometimes there's dish soap and different cleaning products, and they start with with a bunch of these letters. So you might be learning some words that you don't know, even though you know what the product is. You might be thinking, oh, this is dish soap, but what is the actual name of your dish soap? And now you'll be able to read it. So that's a reading and writing idea that you could be doing today. The other one that I thought might be fun is to do some art, because Mrs. Rubel and I have been doing reading, writing, math, and usually during a school week we do some art. So I am giving you and your parents the directions for finger paints. When I was in kindergarten and first grade, I loved finger painting. So the first step, it says that you're going to need 4 tablespoons sugar, a half a cup of cornstarch, 2 cups of cold water. You're going to need some containers and food coloring. This is what you're going to do. You're going to stir your 4 tablespoons of sugar and half a cup of cornstarch together, add 2 cups of cold water, and heat over medium heat until the mixture thickens. It thickens a little bit more as it cools. So then once it cooled, I put it in containers, and I'll show you what I got. So here is my reddish pink color, blue, green, and then I did add some of my blue and red together. When you mix blue and red together, you get purple. So then I have 4 different colors of finger paints, and you can do any kind of picture you want. If you want it to be a spring picture, if you want to practice writing words and letters with your finger paints, that would be great. I just did a quick little spring picture with clouds and a few flowers, even though this week at my house it has snowed. So it's kind of funny that it's actually spring and now we're getting a little bit of snow in the air. I hope those are some fun ideas for you. If I went over directions on how to do the finger painting too fast, I did write that out so you can read my email also, and the directions are there. So my other thing that I wanted to say is have a great spring break. It's not normal, but I still hope you and your family find some fun things to do. Do take some time off from your learning. It's always good to be reading. So if you are still reading during spring break, thumbs up. I love hearing that. When you get done doing your finger painting, if you want to take a quick picture and send it to me, I'd really like to see what you came up with and what's your masterpiece look like. So I will say goodbye. I will hopefully talk to you or email you. Some way we will still continue to be in communication after spring break, because we know that we are not in school until at least April 27th. So I miss you all. I hope that you are all doing well, and I will be thinking of you.